We gather in the cosmos bright. Stars and ships take flight tonight. In the void where dreams do play, soul citizens lead the way. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads and endless skies. Soul citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed. Squadrons call on the horizon. Battles fought, our hearts aren't frightened. In our ships we face the dawn. Soul citizens carry on. Oh, planets spin and light years fly. Boundless space where hopes reside. Brotherhood in every star. Soul citizens, here we are. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads in endless skies. Soul citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed.
And greetings. Welcome back to the Soul Citizens. I'm GriffinGamingRPG, and I am surrounded by all of my good friends, the wonderful people that make up the Soul Citizens team, and we are happy to be here with you as we celebrate our 5th year anniversary. 5 years has gone by, and man, 5 years have gone by, and it has been so cool to be able to share those 5 years with you, and we're excited to be here today. We've got some great conversation for you guys, and this is one of those rare times. I think it's only like twice a year where we kind of have like a big group like this where we talk about state of the game, state of us, and all the other good things that come along with being a part of the Star Citizen community. And you guys are part of our community, and you are also Soul Citizens, and we want to say, first of all, thank you for celebrating and being with us. Those of you who are here early, we really appreciate you guys being here. We know some more folks are going to come in as the day goes by. Some shout outs to some people that have been just sending us messages over this past week that saw our little messages on different social media and wished us the very best for our 5th year. We appreciate you all. I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit more at the end of the show, but let me introduce everybody who's here. Starting off at the very top, up at the top there in the corner, the one and the only AbdiYohan. Abdi, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right. How you doing? Happy to be here, man.
Oh, we're always happy to be here. Have you to be here with us? We got to see we got to hear you and your daughter yesterday a little bit. How's the family? Is everybody doing good?
Everyone's doing great. Kiddo's as excited as ever to know that her dad's on this show, even though she doesn't quite understand everything about it. So I'm happy to be here.
That's awesome. Great to have you, man. Next up, let's see, fastcart FC. I'll go downward. I feel like I'm doing Hollywood Squares here. fastcart, how are you, my friend?
It's great to be here. I'm doing well, thank you. 5 years, it's hard to believe. I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting when we started this thing, but it's great to be here after all this time.
All right, well, it's good to have you here too. I'll go down one more block to the one and the only, the man from down under, Kelosal. How are you, my friend?
I plead the 5th. All 5 years of it. Happy birthday. I got a gift coming in, by the way. There you go.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
So much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you.
That's
yes,
right.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, you're bringing it to
No,
me.
it's
All right.
It's 5 years, and it's because of the community that we give, and even members give as well, too, guys. And we thank you guys for allowing us to be with you for 5 years. So thank Griff, Fastcart, and everybody else on the team as well. Happy 5-year anniversary, guys.
Thank you. We really, really appreciate that. Wow.
And we got to appreciate AbdiYohan giving one too.
Oh, I
before
missed that
too.
one. Oh my God. Yes, thank
Nice.
you, Abdi. Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Hey,
Moving us up.
man,
That's
no
awesome.
problem.
Thank you guys. We do appreciate that. Next up, to the left of Kelosal and to my right, our own co-producer, SeriousFun. How are you, my friend?
Greetings and salutations. I don't have that Constantine Hurston money like Kelosal, but happy anniversary nonetheless. Super excited to be here. It's a blessing to be amongst you all.
Yes.
So.
Sign that contract.
Oh, Lord. All right.
You should be able to get in, buddy.
As we continue to the left, and your right or my right, one of our good friends here who we haven't had on for a little while, but he's back as one of the only, probably our one legacy member of our group, one of the only Younique. How are you, man?
Hey, hola amigos. Happy Cinco de Sol.
That's true. It is, right. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks. It was a chore over the last year writing my book, but got it out and looking to do other things in this 2025 year.
Yes, absolutely. And by the way, later on in the show, Younique has generously offered to offer a copy or some copies of his book that he's been putting out. He's writing science fiction. Actually, he's doing a whole bunch of things. But at the end of the show, you guys make sure you stick around because we are going to be doing some giveaway. We're doing giveaways throughout the show, but in particular for Younique's book, we want to make sure that toward the end of the show, when more people are on, we want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to possibly win some of his published work. So that'll be awesome.
Audiobook.
Audiobook. Yeah, audiobook. Let's see. I'm going to skip because yoyoMeg's not here yet, but I'm going to skip over to Kalrati, the one who's smoke on the water or smoke on the planet, whatever it is in the background. How are you, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Griff. Hey, chat. Hey, everybody. I almost choked there. I'm so happy to be here.
It's because of that smoke.
Yes, let's smoke.
Yeah,
Put the
I
fire
know,
out,
but-
finally.
Let's
Put the
smoke.
fire out.
In the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, let's smoke. Actually, he's trying to say he's going to bring the smoke. That's the only reason why he puts that up. So he's bringing
exactly
the smoke.
what Griff said.
Charles, DCI, good to see you. And thank you. 25 months subscribing. Appreciate you being here and celebrating with us for our 5th anniversary. Last but not least, one of the only, actually, we got 2 more people, but almost last but not least, JadeStarwatcher. What's going on, Jade?
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the supply or die event, as people are talking about in chat. Yeah, I'm just, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I am very happy to still be here, with this show going 5 years. I mean, like a lot of shows that don't last as long, and I'm very thankful for this community for being here.
And we're thankful to have you as a part of our community. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to bring in, we have another Soul Citizen who is here. His name is on the board, but you don't see him. That's because he likes to make a grand entrance. So we're going to bring him in. This is my way for covering up for my technical difficulties here. The one and the only Captain Jones, one of our newest Soul Citizen team members. Cap, how you doing, buddy?
Going well. How's it going, soul friend?
Good. By the way, in case you guys don't know it, Captain Jones is the person who came up with the whole Soul Friends thing for us, and we've kind of adopted that. He hasn't put a copyright or a patent on it yet, so we got to hurry up and lock that down before he tries to make money off of us. But he was the one who came up with that Soul Friends version. It's something that we have adopted, so we love that. Radderid, thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Rad.
so much. We appreciate that. There's one of our good friends out there, MT Stunner. So good to see you. So many people here today. We really appreciate you guys being here to support us and cheer us on. So much that we have to cover today. Yes.
On YouTube, Bruce Warren donated $10 to us. Thank you, Bruce
Whoa,
Warren. On
Bruce.
YouTube.
Hey, Bruce, thank you.
Oh, yes, I know who Bruce Warren
Even our
is.
friends at YouTube.
Yes, another one of our good friends. Thank you. And I got your message earlier today, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you are doing well. So that's our introductions, and we're going to usually we do these anniversary shows. We kind of do a reflection on us as a team and playing with our citizen, all those good things. Wow. Thank you,
Serious fun. What?
Like I said, didn't have the money.
Yeah.
I guess you did sign.
Everybody.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Is
Not
that
part
what
of
it
Christmas.
is? We just started. Y'all just
Okay,
started a
25.
movement. Y'all just started a movement. Oh my God! Thank you so much for that. Yeah, you know what? This is so terrible. I actually had a animation that was supposed to be in here, and I don't see it now. So now I'm off rush. Oh, there it is. Okay, ready, y'all? Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Nothing.
Hey!
All right. I was supposed to have that earlier, and I totally didn't put it on a button like a knucklehead. So anyway, that's our celebratory thing for our 5th year anniversary. Okay. We are going to have a little bit of conversation. We have some fun. We always show you guys some of our outtakes and clips. Fastcart's really good about collecting our clips for things that happen on our show. So we're going to show you a few random clips today. He sent me a ton of them, and I didn't have time to categorize them. And by the way, Fastcart, you got to tell me later if there's a way to download those, because I couldn't download them for some reason, and I don't know why.
Couldn't download them either.
Okay.
No, what did I do?
But there is a way to do it. As long as I know there's a way to do it.
There's a way to do it.
We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
I'll let you know later.
All right, cool. All right, but in the meantime, while we're here, we are going to show you. Yeah, we're going to show you some stuff. So let's see if I can. Hopefully, I can do this right. There we go. This was, there's a lot of work that goes behind when we prepare. Our team has to come out 30 minutes before the show. We have to set up audio. We have to set up cameras. We have to go over what the notes are for the show. And then there's always these little weird technical things that can go wrong. You have everything lined up and everything is good. And sometimes the mistakes are so obvious. And at the same time, you say, oh my God, how did this do it? So we're going to call out SeriousFun for this one. This is dedicated to SeriousFun. So let's see if you guys can see what the mistake was that happens here. Here we go.
I'm super excited to not only have all of you, but to have 2 of the best looking gentlemen in the verse here with me tonight to talk about trade secrets, Fastcart FC and Kalrati. Gentlemen, how are you? Fastcart, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm tired. It takes work to get to look this good. That's what I'm gonna say. I know, Griff. I know.
Oh, Griff's on here with us too.
Yeah, I was about to say 3.
Griffin Gaming RPG, how are you doing?
I'm ugly. That's how I'm doing.
3 of the best looking. It just got even better.
Just saying that you're premium.
It's too late.
I can't fix it.
I want you to know that took place right after
I'm
doing good. Can you believe that? It's like as soon as the brother got some power,
he wanted to take over.
As soon as he got some power, he was like,
now.
Griffin who? So that's how it goes.
Look at me. I'm the producer now.
I'm the producer now.
Okay, so wow, Stunner, thank you, Stunner, for the bid 600. We appreciate that.
Whoa,
thank you,
Stunner.
Much.
Thanks, Stunner.
Thank you. Okay, well, listen, let's get ready to jump into it a little bit. We're going to do a giveaway right at the beginning because you guys are here already. Sometimes people wait till the very end because they try to make you hang around. Well, because you guys were wonderful by being here right off the bat, we are going to drop a giveaway right now. So make sure I got my mouse screen all over the places for this one. Fastcart. No, I won't use Fastcart. Let's use somebody else. Kelosal. Tell them what it is they will win under giveaway number 1, please. Let them know what they could possibly win.
Giveaway number 1, you could possibly win a Whirlwind paint along with the Mirai Pulse LX LTI edition in terms of insurance. Remember, the Bank of Kelosal is always open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Don't worry, chat. We're scrubbing for colossal alts, so he should not be able to win this one.
He ain't gonna win.
All right.
I'm going to teach a salary, and they won't allow me to win. It's ridiculous.
All right. We know how popular the Mirai Pulse is for a lot of folks. It's the one bike that you can throw in just about any vehicle, any ship. And so we're going to give that away with the paints. They're going to get to it's another set of paints and everything too, the Whirlwind paints. So this is the deal. Normally when we do these giveaways, we do them we do the giveaway and then we make it a 2 times opportunity or chance that people who are subscribers will get double the opportunity. But today, because it's our anniversary, we're going to make it so that if you are a subscriber, you will get 4 times the chance of winning. So we're doubled that number this time. So we're going to go ahead and launch this out. You guys know how this goes. You got exclamation point ticket that gets you in for it. Anybody can jump into this. This is going to run
Just
for
double
probably.
checking, Griff. Is this a Twitch one or a YouTube one?
It is
or-
just Twitch only. It is. Thank you for
Yeah,
mentioning
just
it, Abdi.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
are. I promise you guys, this year we're going to make it so that you YouTube people can be involved. I finally found the software that lets me to do both of them. I just did not get it set up in time, so please forgive me for that. But if you want to come over to Twitch to get into it, feel free to do that right now. Okay. So exclamation point ticket. If you guys want to, is a ticket exclamation point ticket that'll get you into it. So you got a few minutes because we're going to start talking about topics while this is running, and then after the topic, we're going to go ahead and let you know when. Y'all don't let me forget to do the thing after we get through talking. Okay. So let's jump into the very first topic that we have.
Before that, Citizen Kilroy, subscribe. You missed that. But yeah,
yes,
Citizen
Citizen
Kilroy.
Kilroy. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. 39 months. Appreciate that. Yes, 5 years. Yes, it's been 5 years. I know it's scary. Right. Okay, let's go to our very first topic here. For our 5th anniversary, CIG highlights. Everybody's going to give you what they think was their highlight over the past, since March of last year to March of this year, in relation to gameplay or whatever that has to do with Star Citizen or Squadron 42 or CitizenCon or their own personal things, whatever. But this is going to be in relation to something like CIG, because later on we're going to talk about gameplay stuff. But as far as CIG goes, announcements, roadmap, anything, that's what they're going to be hitting us with right now. So, Abdi, you get to kick us off. What would be the one highlight for you over this past year in relation to CIG and the development of the game?
Yeah. So a lot of people will say, I'm guessing today, CitizenCon 2954.
Okay.
But I'm going to drill down a little further. The Knicks portion, but I'm going to drill down even further because I don't want to take Jade's thunder there. The part where they were in Knicks and they were showing the Hull C being able to load cargo from like a cargo deck, that the cargo decks would finally like have some utility to them. I don't know why, but that just really got my blood pumping. As an industrial citizen, it makes me happy to know that those cargo decks will finally have something going on with them that will feel a little more real. And I know that probably won't be this year. Might not be next year. But it's just nice to see them think about it.
Yeah. I've been an advocate for the cargo decks forever. I mean, even in simple things like when we do cargo missions right now, I wish that we went to the cargo decks and got those missions. You know what I mean? Even if I just had to go there, right? I mean, it's nice to go there to buy a couple boxes and containers, but I've always said, God, why don't they just move those missions into those kiosks over there? It would be so cool. And you know, we can't move the boxes around and stuff and store stuff, but I would love to know that we could store things or pay for certain things to be put in there. There's a lot of stuff that they could do with the cargo decks, but I think your idea about the whole sea is amazing. I think that's so cool. Anybody else got any thoughts about what Abdi said about cargo? Because I know some of you all are industrialists.
Yeah,
I think. Sorry, I was going to say, given the long lines at the admin offices, they could fit a couple extra terminals in the cargo decks.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely,
spread it around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Were you gonna say Kalrati?
Yeah, coincidentally, I definitely agree. I do hope that as we continue to populate the game more, those interactable kiosks or the method that they're thinking about for Vision 1.0 is going to allow for some more concurrent purchases, because we don't want those long lines when the player count starts spiking up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Captain Jones, coming to you. What was your CIG highlight for the past year?
Yeah, I would say my highlight would be them finally sharing their vision. So to be a little bit more specifically, we here and on this show and on Spectrum and Reddit and all over different avenues do a lot of theory crafting of what the future Star Citizen will be. So for them finally to kind of, at least for a standpoint of 1.0, letting us know what they're thinking, what we can expect, from systems that we're going to have to the various guilds and factions and things like that. Just so whether you agree with the direction or not, at least now we know where we're going.
Okay. True Microsis, thank you for the follow and welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, what about you guys? That was, I think you're kind of referencing Richard Tyler's presentation at the end of CitizenCon. Is that what you're kind of focusing in on, Captain Jones, or something else?
Yeah. They want to, CitizenCon was obviously great and pretty. A lot of information shared, but specifically that Rich Tyler where they broke down, what's in 1.0, from trading and crafting and even the planets that we can expect in the different systems. Just for them actually to give us a framework of what we could expect over the next years, I found most impactful.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Fastcart over the past year, CIG highlight.
For me, it had to be CitizenCon also, but I have it was special for me personally because we streamed or live streamed the last presentation on that Sunday. So I was joined by Kelosal and several other people in that stream. So that was a lot of fun. And matter of fact, hopefully you have one of the highlights from that to show later on. But yeah, that was interesting because that was my first time live streaming during the CitizenCon stream. So yeah, it was a learning experience, and I got it was pretty much fun. And I
It
have to
was.
say
He's
that-
not telling the truth. He said, "Pass the buck." Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt, Fastcart.
And I was going to say that that Mr. Tyra presentation was great. It was great to see what the future for Star Citizen looked like.
Okay, all right, cool.
That was an early stream too,
It
wasn't it? Like-
was. That's why he said that.
Very.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hour
At least for those in the West.
early. Yeah. Jade, I'm gonna come to you on this one next. Your highlight, CIG highlight.
Yeah, so my CIG highlight has to be the delivery of server meshing. Because this was always something that was, this distant future goal. It was like the final tech pillar back at CitizenCon in 2018 when, they showed what it would take for the road to release. And the fact that we're here now, we have the technology, and now it's just all like, them, perfecting it and finishing the game. Well, not finishing the game, but finishing out the pre 1.0 game so they can have a 1.0 release.
Yeah, the server meshing has been the long, like we had the journey to Pyro. There was also the journey to server meshing, right?
Yeah.
From the socks and everything else that we've been through over the years.
Yeah, and those tests.
Yeah.
The 2,000 player test.
Yes.
It is, weird and glitchy as it was. It was amazing to me because it really did show what the potential was. It also showed, some of the design choices they've made. They've got to like reevaluate a little bit in terms of, the cities and stuff. But I like the fact that the technology worked.
Yeah.
And it was something that we have been waiting on for years.
Great point. Anybody else got anything on that one with the server meshing, which Jade mentioned?
I think just really quickly, I think they learned a lot from their delivery with PES, and even though there was some rockiness that came out of it, the slow paced delivery, I think they did a much better job.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next up, Colossal, CIG highlight. You're muted, buddy.
Muted.
Sorry, I have 3 or 4. First of all, one of my highlights is always one of my highlights.
You only get one.
Give you one because I heard 2 people give 2. Okay,
that was,
all right.
That was
I'll give you
Fastcart.
one.
That was Fastcart that broke the rule.
All right, so other than the most obvious of all releases, I will give you base building. We finally got some clue as what they were doing with base building, and how they were going to at least implement something in terms of resources, draining resources, land plots and land claims, a little bit more information on the pioneer, and things like that. So that was a very good talking point for me.
Yeah. Were you guys surprised that the pioneer expanded beyond the earlier concepts of it in the sense of
Nope.
Everybody. So,
Nope.
Okay. Wait.
Not
Wait. I want to make sure y'all said y'all all knew and didn't expect the fact that this thing was going to build a freaking space station, build ships, and all that.
I thought you were talking about this. I thought you were talking about the size. I
No,
thought
You said expanded.
No, I mean expanded role.
Not the role.
Expanded the
Oh.
size.
No,
no,
I'm not surprised.
no idea.
I thought I was hoping that it was going to do that.
Okay. Okay.
You know, I mean, it's the only ship that we know that is that large. So I was hoping that with a ship that large, and there was no other ship that was comparable in terms of doing what the Pioneer does,
Okay.
it should be able to build bases out there.
Okay.
And we did get a clue from them saying they didn't give us but it's limited too when they
Yeah,
first
right.
put it out.
Right.
You know, so
right. True. Okay.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. That part of my brain that says that there will be space station building is in a part that's like forgotten, and it's like
Endeavor.
don't even
Endeavor.
just don't even think. Yeah, the Endeavor's back there, the Kraken's back. Actually, not the Kraken, the
Privateer.
Privateer's back there.
Mm.
I don't want to think about it until it's like, oh, it comes along further, and then it'll be a great surprise that my memory will bring back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
To your
expect-
point. Go ahead, Jade.
I was gonna say I didn't expect the building capital ships thing, but I did expect that we would at least be able to build like a module for a space station. But what they showed was way beyond my imagination. But I did expect it to be. I did expect an expanded role beyond what we were shown on the concept in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a hot commodity. That was a hot topic. A lot of people were asking, were we going to build space stations or space stations on moons, you know, or things like that. And that was something that they were always like, you know, more to come on that one piece. So it was nice for them to finally answer that question.
Yeah, I expected it to get bigger, and I expected price increase. But as far as the roles go, that was beyond my expectation. But I expected the price increase and to get bigger.
Yeah. I didn't, as far as the size of the ship goes, because it was an old one, I expected it to get bigger too. It caught me. I always figured that it would do the stations on planets, but I figured when it came to space stations, it was going to be more of a CIG will build the stations and then we can take them over and occupy them and fight for them. I never did think that we would actually build stations, as particularly of the scale and design that they showed us. So that one caught me off guard. I'm like you, Abdi. I try not to even, after a certain point, and I told Sirius this while we were sitting at CitizenCon, my brain shut off after a certain point. It really did. Once we got through with the bases and they went up into space, I was like, you know what, dude, I'll watch this later. They've gone to another level on me, so that's how I felt. All right, Sirius, how about you? CIG highlight for this year?
So a lot of people have mentioned a lot of the things that I would mention. I'm going to try and mention something else. For me, my highlight was the release of the Zeus Mark II. And part of it was because it feels like there was a new plateau in ship design. It's a ship that really does all the things that they were trying to get it to do well, right? Without unbalancing other classes of ships, right? It's not just that I'm an RSI fan. It's not just that I've been waiting for this ship since its inception, but the execution of it, for me, told me something about the Montreal studio. It was their first cut at designing a ship and their readiness for this work, as well as what we can expect going forward with the types of ships we're going to be getting for all the stuff that we want to do, including resource management, engineering, et cetera. So the Zeus Mark II CL, if it's not in your repertoire, you are wrong. But,
Let me correct him, y'all. He is lying. That was not his highlight. His highlight was going to CitizenCon, getting in line at 7 a.m. just so he could get an RSI jacket. That was his freaking highlight. Okay.
Showed it right off as soon as he got on camera. That was the first thing he had on.
I was behind Meg in the line. And I only got the jacket because Jared styled it for us by standing up above the line and telling us when we were going to get in. And I was like, oh, that looks right. So I hustled and got the jacket. No, my real highlight was when they announced Terra and I jumped up next to Griff and screamed, let's go. So that's my real.
Oh, that was you.
Somebody that was loud that said that.
Yep. Younique.
Yeah,
how
that
about
was
you
me.
for the past year, Younique? Anything in particular from CIG that stood out for you as a highlight?
Well, my highlight is fairly small and simple. After downloading 4.01, I realized I hadn't used my second account for about 2 years. I was like, let me
revamp that password and log into that thing. And after I did, I didn't have a ship to do anything. Well, they had just brought out the Fortune, so I like, let me get that because I like my Vulture, but I didn't want the same ship on my second account. So I bought the Fortune.
Okay.
And then I went to do a scraping mission, but I had no money left. But you got to pay for your initial scraping missions. I'm like, oh man, I'm stuck. And then it dawned on me, maybe I can also haul stuff. This was like a big epiphany to me after 12 years. You can haul stuff with pretty much any box, any ship. So I took 2 hauling missions up and back and made like 50 grand and a few things, and then went out scraping. It was great.
Yeah, got your money. Yeah. That's awesome. That's cool. I have yet to fly that ship. I've seen
I like it.
But everybody who's gotten it says they really like it, so I'm gonna have to check it
I
out.
like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying not to have no buyer's remorse over my Vulture because I'm not a Drake person, but it was the thing to have. But I don't know.
And Misk loves all of you. I just want to let you
Oh
know.
boy, here we go. All right. I know you guys see Meg's beautiful face, but she's not here yet. But she is coming, so we're gonna go to Kalrati. Kalrati, your CIG highlight for the year.
So it has a bit. It's connected to Pyro, but it's more specifically to do with the game file size because we only. So the reason why I say that is because historically, all of us or many persons in the community always fantasized about the size of the game when we get another star system, or if you get 3 more star systems, how we'll need a terabyte storage drive. But I really commended them for keeping that file size not doubling, So when we got Pyro and with server meshing and all of those that they've done in the past year to essentially keep that file size manageable compared to just Stanton system, that's my highlight for the year since Pyro came online.
Okay. I think that's a cool highlight. Oh boy, what was my highlight for 2? Okay, my highlight would be going to the Cloud Imperium Game Studio. I've gone to some of the other studios. I've been to LA, I've been to Austin. I didn't think I'd ever think that I'd get a chance to go over there and see that studio. SeriousFun and I, Yo got to go. Somebody else went that we knew. But
Sub the Geo
got to go. Sub the Geo.
Oh, right.
So 4 people from our team had the opportunity to go, and it was there was, I hate to say it, but it wasn't a moment of excitement. It was kind of a lot of curiosity, wondering what the place would look like. Over the years, you've heard everything from exaggerated stories of waste or this or that, and you go in and you're kind of looking around trying to see what's there. But what I saw was a very professionally well designed, well done venue or location for them to work at. I didn't feel like it was over the top, and I didn't feel like it was underwhelming. I felt it was what it should be for a gaming studio, and we had a great time. We were there. There was a lot of freedom in the sense of what we could see, where we could go. We even got a chance to go on the set of the what's it called? What do they call the ship? The Phoenix. The only
the only constant.
The only constant. And we got to do that even. And it was intriguing. It was enlightening to see how the behind the scenes of all this stuff works. So that was my highlight. Serious, and we got a chance to sit at the Voyager bar, the real Voyager bar, and hang out there, which was a lot of fun.
And DePoets.
And
DePoets, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs.
Yes, thank you, DePoets. Good to see you. Hope you are well in the family. You guys, DePoets, shout out to DePoets, follows DePoets. Okay, let's talk about. Let's go the other way now, y'all. The other direction.
Oh boy.
5th year anniversary. We talked about the highlights. Let's talk about the lowlights. What were the things that, in relation to CIG this past year, that didn't really hit the mark? Kind of went under the radar, under the target there for you guys. Abdi, I'm going to start out with you. You get the pressure first. What do you got?
So last year, the funny thing is, a thing will come out and it'll erase everyone's memory because we're on to the next thing. But I don't want to forget the infamous Jared naming what things will come out in the next 6 months or whatever, or actually like some period or time of year, and then 4.0 just kind of taking longer and longer and longer and longer to come out, and the conversations around it the conversations around that more so than just the thing itself was kind of the more frustrating thing to me, because I'm like, when 4.0 comes out, when Pyro comes out, I want it to come out right, you know. But that whole, you know, half a year of people just like, well, it's the end of the summer, it's not out yet, and like, oh, it's the fall, it's not out yet, and it's like, okay, guys, you know, like, we know that they're working on it. Can we just like move on? But that was kind of a thing that just dragged on for me, and I'm like, this conversation is boring to me. I'd rather talk about something else.
Okay. Captain Jones, what was your low light over the past low highlight, whatever, for the past year?
Yeah, for me would be Squadron 42 release date.
Ooh.
So I went to CitizenCon in Manchester, fully anticipating that be the event where they released and it let us know that Squadron 42 is about to come out. We'd be playing it in 2025. So to hear 2 more years, after always hearing 2 more years, that was a little bit of low light. I mean, obviously, I set myself up a little bit by having that expectation, but that 2-year was a low light for me for sure.
Yeah. Was there anybody else who felt that this year was going to be the year we get the announcement of 2025 or fall or fourth quarter 2025, or were you all still kind of thinking, probably going to be a little bit another year or two?
I feel like me and Kusanagi were the only people who said it was going to be longer.
Yeah.
Really?
I was hopeful.
Colossal.
I was really hopeful.
Yeah.
Definitely hopeful, but I definitely told you guys that what was coming down the pipeline. And I said, do not expect it to come out in 2025. Do not do it, because there are other things. Now, I'm not saying that was their reason for doing so and delaying the game, but I'm glad they decided to put out a year of 2026 and not 2025. There are other things coming out down the pipeline that I don't think they should be wrestling with.
Okay. Okie dokie. FC Fastcart. What was your low light for this past year?
I'm going to give a quick highlight thing to the Bane Meridian gave a subscription, so thank you to Bane for that subscriber.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm going to go back to CitizenCon because I have 3 listed, but I'm going to list one because some people are sticklers for the rules. So I'm going to say the Galaxy Gate from CitizenCon. Can't think of his name right now, but one of the developers, Todd Pappy, said in previous years that the Galaxy was going to have some base building, and then
that was the whole thing. Yeah,
John Crew said that the Galaxy would not. And that was just one of several confusions that came out of CitizenCon. But yeah, that was a low light for me. But they did come out and say that they I don't want to say change their mind, but they're looking into it or something like that. But yeah, it's still up in the air. So Gomab is not here, so I gave them that, doing that for him.
Was there anybody else who that Galaxy thing kind of impacted them, or were you like, it's not my ship, I'm not worried about it?
Yeah. Well, it was my low light for the year because of the way that we forgot that everybody's human. Right. I was disappointed that the mistake was made. I was disappointed that it was made during the Starlancer build sale, because the mistake made during the Starlancer build sale made it very easy to charge CIG with the cash grab. Right. And I was disappointed in CIG very much for that, but I was also disappointed in some of the things that were said to CIG. Some of the memes and some of the hate, and this is just what we were able to see. Who knows what they got that they didn't share, right? And they, part of the reason I'm at Soul Citizens, part of the reason I'm in this community is the opposite of that stuff, right? And so I was pleased that wasn't most of my year, but that was a low light for me.
Yeah.
Quick correction. You said Starlancer build. Starlancer build had not been on sale. You mean Starlancer Max and TAC, I believe.
Yeah, I think, during the sale, but when the build got announced at that time, it was more than
got an announcement.
Yeah, not the sale, an announcement, right?
Yeah,
right. Okay.
And that's what caused confusion about the building of bases and ships, because the build had been mentioned, and then the Galaxy thing came up too. Yep. Okay.
I have a handful of friends, and we kind of have it's 5 of us. And we kind of have a Power Rangers thing going where one of us will take a loop from a game loop and kind of focus on it. So like I have the mining thing, so I have the Arastra. I have a friend of mine who has the Galaxy, and he wanted to kind of be the person that would like, be the jack of all trades, but also be able to build things. I have another friend who has the Perseus, but he was the one that was like, could have sworn that they said something about fabricating with the Galaxy. So it was really, we were all like, our text chat was like just confusion more than it was anger. And then it was like, oh wait, I guess it's all good. So all right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see who's next. Jade, I think. Yeah, Jade. Jade, you're next. Low light.
Okay. Low light.
Jade's like, which one?
I'll call it. Well, this is a big one, a big deal to me, and the fact that it kind of still persists. We'll just call it Skybox Gate, right? So everybody remembers when we got the new Skybox in Stanton, where we basically were looking through pea soup green fog, right? And I mean that was the focus of a lot of people's ire was the green, and I totally understood that. But even beyond that, there was something that irked me about it. Well, a couple things irked me about it. One of them was that they chose to go with this, like brightly colored skybox thing rather than think about sense of place. Where does Stanton exist in the galaxy versus where does Pyro exist in the galaxy? When you go out into a dark sky location, if you've never been, please do. And you look up, you see the Milky Way galaxy, right? That's the galaxy we all live in. No matter where you're in the Milky Way galaxy, you're going to see the Milky Way. It's going to look different from where you are. And sure, you can, if they want to add filters, color filters, to, have it look slightly different in Pyro versus Stanton, I have no problem with that. But having completely different backgrounds, right? It's like somebody in Stanton, when they were doing the Stanton Skybox, like somebody looked at the Hubble Deep Field and said, oh, yeah, let's do that. And it's the same repeating pattern of galaxies, not realizing that you wouldn't see those galaxies like that with your naked eye. That's the Hubble Deep Field, right? It just, so there's that. But on top of that, there's this whole layer of combat and PvP supremacy. That the reason they gave for the change was because they wanted to make space combat easier. The hell with scientific accuracy, to hell with whether it made sense to have a green skybox. The reason given set a lot of people, including myself, off even more because it basically confirmed what a lot of people have suspected about the development, the recent changes in the development of the game, is that a lot of the things like exploration and science that people got excited about are seemingly back burner things to space combat, specifically PvP space combat.
Yep. Let that be a lesson, y'all. Don't make the scientists mad. All right.
No,
you would like her when she's angry.
Because they're gonna let you know. Yeah, right. Because they're gonna let you know. And yeah,
we got algorithms. We got deep learning. We can mess some things up.
There is this tension that exists, and it is in multiple areas of the game. And there are those people who, for example, come to Star Citizen as role players, right? They want to step into a world and the idea of the second life. Then there are other people who want to come to the game and they don't want to go deep like that. They're not worried about lore. They just want to get in and do activities and make money. And CIG is going to have to do a really good. I mean, this is their thing, that they're going to have to find the ways to balance things out so that no matter who you are, and this is a tough thing, guys, no matter who you are, you can come to this game and find something that makes you feel pretty good. And if that scale isn't balanced well, there are going to be some people who are just not going to like certain things. We know that there's change, but the game was pitched to be a certain way. And so, I do worry sometimes when things are put into the game. Is this just tier 0? Or is this the direction they're going, right? Is this a step in the process that they need to do on a technical side? Or is it actually tied into how gameplay will be? And the tough part about that is that we're not going to know till the end gets here. And that's tough when you're waiting years and years and years and years to find out whether or not this game is going to be the thing that was either pitched or what we believed it was going to be. I don't know how you guys feel about that, because I'm sure everybody's got something in the game that has changed or morphed or shifted. You know, because I understand what Jade's saying. I don't go. There's some things in there for me that I'm concerned about. I've told you guys most of my ships are exploration ships, and none of them do exploration. So, so I'm like, what's exploration going to look like? Because all I got is a bunch of cargo ships right now. You know, but I don't know if anybody else feels that way. But anybody got anything on that?
Ditto.
Anything? Yeah. Okay. All right.
At least we have a
Well,
cargo ship. I'm still waiting for my BMM.
I will.
Yeah, we can.
I will continue to. I will continue to assert that. Yes, CIG needs to develop the exploration mechanic. In fact, I want to see an exploration guild if I get what I want. Right, if it's about what I want. But I use my exploration constellation Aquila right now to explore.
Yeah.
Right. And so one of the things that you've mentioned earlier in the life of Soul Citizen some years past was this idea that we don't necessarily have to wait for them to give us everything. The sandbox exists to a certain extent. So I go around Pyro in places that aren't settlements and aren't derelict outposts, and I explore. Yeah. Right. There's not enough to do. It's not a fully fleshed out mechanic, but it is still cool to see various spaces and places and various layouts and things like that on these different planets and moons. And so we can still do that. And the Aquila is great because it holds a lot of fuel. So I do that right now. We don't have to wait.
Yeah. Okay. Colossal. Low lights.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pretend that we're in Congress, and I'm gonna yield to our good friend Gomob, who's not here, and Fastcart has already spoken for him. So I'll move it on that one.
Okay.
Because he said a lot about these last couple of weeks about accountability and the double downing of information that they shouldn't have double downed on. So I think Gomob so eloquently displayed that the last several times. So if I would have to say anything, I would yield that to Gomob.
Yeah. And just so you guys will know what we're talking about, in particular, there was the issue that came up, I think it was with the Galaxy or in particular, where when the community said, hey, you guys said this, and then CIG came back and said, no, we didn't. We don't remember that. But everybody saw it on the big board at CitizenCon that the Galaxy was supposed to be able to help with base building. And so Gomob's point was more along the lines of, hey, once the community tells you something, go back and look and see, first of all, if they know what they're talking about. It felt like you were just kind of shooting from the hip and saying no, or you got defensive. And, later on, they determined, oh, yeah, we did say it. It was mentioned in the presentation.
It's to Griffin point. It took someone in Spectrum pointing out or time stamping or clipping and putting it in Spectrum for people to see. This is where it happens, right here. Just look at this real quick. Yeah.
Hey, you just want to be careful with that because you don't want to have a disconnect with the community. And it felt like at a time that there was a major disconnect. And I'm glad they were able to see that and kind of learn from it. But there you go.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. Serious. I'm sorry, guys. I'm running a little bit behind here, so I'm just going to speed up just a little bit. Serious?
No, I already went. I jumped in on Fastcart. We're good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Younique, you got a low light.
My low life was, I guess it was 3.9, 3.8, something like that, whatever. Bug stacking. One bug on top of another. So I'm sure you all got stuck in elevators at the spaceport.
Oh, 319. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So I was in that, and the door wouldn't open. It wouldn't take me to my hangar, and trying to figure out how to get out without killing myself and blah, blah. Obviously, you could just log off. But then the other bug of falling through to the middle of the universe also happened. So I was trapped, bouncing around, trying to kick the door or whatever. It's like, will anything work? And then I just started falling, and that made me not play for like 2 months.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah, the frustrations of bugs have been the epitome over this last year, I think, for folks, especially when bugs are at the point where you just can't get out of your hab, or you can't get in the elevator, or you step into your hangar and you fall through the floor. That has been definitely something that people have been wrestling with a lot more this year, it seems. Kalrati.
Yeah, so this is a combination of this not disappointment, but okay. So they gave us the 1.0 framework or their vision, but one thing that I was slightly disappointed in was that even though we have the 1.0 vision, and this is talking about well, not just CitizenCon, but the whole of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish up to this point that we would see more of a low level when it comes to outlining paths or the steps that they need to take to cross the T's of core professions. Because yes, the game is ever evolving. But as an MMO, there are always, yes, there are interactions or cross interactions between things like bounty hunting, mining, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But we still don't know what CIG's idea is to cross the T's of the mining gameplay or bounty hunting, and I don't know if they know. And that was what worried me a bit, because yes, I'm given that they outlined the 1.0. I'm hoping. I'm not going to set myself up, but I'm still hoping that for this CitizenCon, they gave us the high level, give us the low level, so we know this is the path on the low level for each of these core mechanics, even though everything is intertwined. But there's such a thing as multi-objective optimization. So each of these things need to be presented so that we know what low-level direction you're taking.
Okay, and my low light for last year, I'm going to go with Captain Jones. Along with that, the wind got taken out of my sails when I heard 2026. There was a part of me that was like, okay, if y'all need the time, but I was really hoping that it was going to move forward. I really was. And that's mostly because I feel like they need to get that monkey off their back. Squadron 42 needs to come out. The persistent universe I can deal with, but I really felt like if they can get that monkey off their back, that will start to change the direction of development and a lot of other things. So it was a little frustrating to hear that we had to wait a little longer for that. Chooch, thank you. 500 bits. Appreciate you as always.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Griffin, I can understand your frustration and other people's frustration, but I'd rather for them to try to get it at best in the best shape they can, rather than being another Anthem, another Cyberpunk, all the other games that came out too soon.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
But the problem with that is what's too soon when you've waited 13, 14 years.
Yeah, okay. Well, some of these other games took just as long.
No, not those games you mentioned. Not those games you mentioned. No. I wish they had.
Remember, they didn't actually start making the game until 2015, 2016, so it's still within that time period.
Well, let me reemphasize this too. I am way more about the persistent universe than I am about Squadron 42. Okay. I just wanted CIG to be able to deliver that as part of their work and promise to the community of this game, and I felt like that would make everything feel better in general. A major step in progress of delivery of a final product, and that's probably what I mean more than anything, which is getting.
Griff, I got a scary question for you.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be later than 2026?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
No. That would be huge. That would be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
They already pulled one reversal.
They can't do that
the last,
again.
the first one they pulled was 12.
Might be December 31st.
Yeah. I'm not too, and I'm not saying that as a pipe dream thing. I'm talking about from a business side of things.
It's got to
put a date out. Like, first of all, let's say this. Togi says he'll put money on 2027. Okay, I'll take that bet. There is a dynamic that CIG is not just responsible to Chris Roberts, but there are a board that they have of people and investors that are involved in this thing too. And I'm sure that those people who have vested interest in this have to also be on board with something. And to come back and tell that board, who have put money up for a period of time to expect a certain level of ROI, to all of a sudden tell them they got to wait another year, I don't know how good that would be. I just don't know. So we'll have to see. I mean, we're going to get some signs of things. I mean, Kelosal always talks about this. The marketing campaign is going to have to be something that will be an indicator for us, right? And the marketing campaign has not happened. If we don't see a marketing campaign start this year, leading into next year, or at the beginning of next year, at the very latest, then Togi will be right. But they're going to need that time to build up a marketing campaign. It's not going to be this just drop the game and surprise everybody. They have a huge hurdle to get past, which is years and years and years of disbelief, cynicism, uninformed information to get past, and they're going to need a good marketing plan to be able to help that in the long run. Our voices aren't enough. There's only a few million of us,
What I will say, Griff, in addition to that, I would tell people in terms of the marketing revving up, I would tell people to watch the cons, Gamescom, Tokyo, Japan's got a big. Japan used to be the biggest of all until it expanded recently. Watch those. I guarantee you'll probably hear something about something dealing with Squadron 42 in terms of its anticipated release.
Yeah. And Glade, I don't know if you're referring to the Persistent Universe or Squadron. If you're talking about Persistent Universe, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm talking about Squadron 42. So if you're talking about Squadron 42 is not coming out till 2030, you might as well go ahead and go home if that's what you're talking about. Star Jump Grim, our good buddy, congrats on our 5th anniversary. Thank you, Grim. Good to see you. We appreciate that.
And also, Shoop, thank you for the subscription for 25 months. Thank you for that.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Oh my God, Chooch dropped something else too. Oh my God, thank you, Chooch. Yeah, thank you. Glade says he's talking about persistence. He's talking about. All right.
Okay, and I'm going to agree with Captain Jones. I'm going to agree with Captain Jones. Not only December 31st, 2026, 23:59 or 11:59 p.m. That's when it's coming out. The last minute.
All right, listen, we're going to do our giveaway. We got our entries in already. Don't forget exclamation point ticket if you want to get on for the Mirai Pulse with LTI and the Whirlwind Paint giveaway. Let's see. Kalrati, give me a countdown. Starting with a 5.
All right, starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where's the button at? Hold on a minute.
1, 3.
Keep saying 1. I gotta find the button. Where? Oh, there it is. All right, close the. Okay. All right, the giveaway is closed. All right, now give me the countdown again. Give me the countdown again. Sorry, give me the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Kai.
Okay.
Kai.
Oh wow.
Rigged.
Yeah, definitely rigged.
Is Kai there? Are you here, Kai?
Somebody did not shake the box.
Let's see. I don't see
Somebody
Kai.
message Meg.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, Kai. Make sure you send us your RSI. Make sure you send us the email for your RSI account. Okay. Send it to soulcitizens@gmail.com. Okay. Soulcitizens with an S. at gmail.com. And we
socially confused. Everyone entered.
Yeah, and
do they know what they want?
Yeah. Well, Mirai Pulse LTI with Whirlwind Paint. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. Get two items there on this one. Okay. So we appreciate
the bank Kelosal is always open.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Did we thank Envoy for the subscription?
No, but you can. Envoy, yeah, go ahead.
Envoy, thank you for the subscription.
Yeah, thank you, Envoy. We appreciate that. All righty then. Let's see. I think we've got another video. I don't know what video. You know what these videos?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep. Pick one.
There's so many of them. Some funnier than others. So I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. Let's see if this. I'm going to have to pause it for a second.
So
hopefully it won't be a commercial that comes on with it. That's the big thing. All right, we're going to take a look at another video from our past year. Some of the funny things that happened with us amongst the Soul Citizens, and then we're going to jump into our. We got another video to watch too. I forgot about that. So let's watch this one first, and then we'll come back to it. I got to get all my buttons correct here. All right, here we go. Let's see if I get this. I'm doing 2 screens today, y'all, so forgive me. Here we go.
So, what do people think the prices for the gala would be for one person?
It's free for me.
Okay, Jade. Oh my God. Okay.
Let him know, Jade.
Dang. So, what do people think the prices
Fastcart,
for
you have to give the history on that question there, so folks know what was going on.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to stop laughing. So, we were talking in the beginning of last year. There was going to be a gala during CitizenCon before the actual event, and people were trying to guess what the prices for the gala would be. This was before they decided not to have the gala, and Jade was told by Zylo.
Yeah, it was Zylo.
During our virtual citizen that he would be able to go for free. If he was able to find accommodation, stuff like that, the ticket for the actual gala and the ticket for the actual CitizenCon would be free. So that
was actually on the Yacht Club's anniversary show.
Yeah, we were on Yacht
Club. Oh, Yacht Club. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yep, we were on Yacht Club.
Yeah.
Came up. Yeah. And unfortunately, there was a little conflict, right, Jade?
Yeah, there was a little conflict where I had to be somewhere elsewhere, and I mean it's kind of good that I was there instead of at CitizenCon, but I was so torn. I mean, like all the way up until the cutoff, I was trying to figure out how can I do both, and like I wished I could like have cloned myself and been able to do both, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Yeah. So, yeah. Somebody gives you a free ticket to CitizenCon, right? And you say, I can't take it.
Yeah.
Terrible. All right. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and move forward here with our next part of the show. We had some of our friends of the Soul Citizens team are the folks at New Soul. You guys know that New Soul has done our music in the past, and they also have been working with machinima and animation. And so they decided to help us out with our presentation today to make 2 videos for us. One of them showing their vision of the present state of the game, and then another video that we're going to show later talking about the possible future of the game. So this is kind of about the state of the game. So let's see. Hopefully I got the right button here. Hopefully let's see what happens here.
Green pose for me.
Yeah.
Green pose. Oh, okay. You get that.
Mayday, mayday. Just had a major engine malfunction.
Don't you worry, I got you.
The shields are holding. Hurry up.
I'm here, baby.
Get him.
Goddamn.
Baby, oh.
There's one for you, too.
Wait. Mama bear, you been cutting it close.
Oh, I ain't gonna never do that to my boogie bear.
All right. Little fun shout out there to the folks at New Soul sitting that animation in and kind of getting us to think about what's in the game now and what's supposed to be coming. There's some elements in there that we currently have in the game, and then there's some other things that we're hoping to get a little bit better. So I'm going to go to you guys now and ask you about highlights of the game right now. And this is gameplay related, like something that happened for you that you did while playing the game, when things that day when everything went well, or you did something as a solo and accomplished it, or maybe something that you did with a group of friends. What's a highlight, something that really stood out for you when Star Citizen actually delivered for you and you're like, yeah, this is really kind of cool. So we're going to go start back with Abdi. Abdi, you get it first.
I'm not going to take the everybody's first jump. Someone else can do that, because I know that that's one that was amazing for everybody. But something that actually happened to me on Thursday, something I've really been wanting to do. I should make this quick. Don't talk about it too long. Okay, so I love the Connie series. It's not a hidden fact that I'm a big fan of it. I love that you have a snub fighter on it that can dock and undock. I've always wanted to be able to use it for insertion and infiltration. So on Thursday, me and a friend Radalon, we took the Connie over to Pyro 3L4, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's an asteroid base where you can get the red security cards from. I brought my Connie, parked it way far away from the station. I had a Nursa in the Connie, had my spawn point set to the Nursa, took the snub ship, the Merlin, flew that in, went in, printed the red key card, exfilled back to the Merlin, and successfully redocked with the Aquila. Then I decided to do more shenanigans and died, and came back to the Nursa. So like just testing that whole loop of, having a snub ship, using that to infiltrate and come back. Just that was kind of a dream come true because I just wanted to test and make sure that could actually work in a solid way, and I think it really is a viable gameplay method. So that was very exciting for me. It might not be super exciting for other people, but shout out to the Aquila and the Connie lovers out there.
No, that's very cool. Very cool. Real quick, before we go any further, we didn't start our other giveaway. We've got another giveaway up right now.
Right, yeah.
So let's do this one. It's going to be for the turbocharged racing paint and a C8X Pisces with LTI. So we're going to set those up right now. We're going to start that giveaway right now. You guys can do exclamation point ticket, turbocharged, if you're into racing, turbocharged racing paint, and the C8X Pisces with LTI. Exclamation point ticket if you're interested in that. Go ahead and drop it in while we continue to talk. And let's go on to Captain Jones. Captain Jones, something for you. Highlight gameplay-wise in the game. Something good.
Yeah, so I'll say gameplay-wise, it might be the same as a lot of others, which is it's our first chance to go through those jump points, but to be more specifically, to go through it as a group. Being able to grab a few org mates and set up a little mini fleet and just fly through together. So that moment is combined with the moment of the Polaris being released and getting my group to all grab their Polari at once and just fly through a group. You're all getting pulled in at once. You can see each other going through the jump point. The fact that you got to fly through it and it just doesn't teleport you is pretty fun too. So, that was a moment. The fact that some of us made it through and some of us may or may not hit some walls and ended up in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that was definitely my moment.
So you've done a group fly through?
Yeah, we grabbed a bunch of Polarises at once, 5 of them, and what would it be like to play through at once?
Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. Well,
I like when you say Polari. Let's. I like that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
Like Polarises. What's wrong with Polarises?
Polari.
Polari.
I like they coming to get you.
Happy to be
Yeah, make it so.
Let's see. Brulock, thank you for the follow. Glad you're here. And Shylock 1077, thank you as well. Appreciate that. FC, something gameplay wise. This is the guy who doesn't play the game. So let's see if he dipped in over the past year at some point. He might have dipped in on us.
And I just want to say welcome to yoyoMeg. Yo-Yo, good to see you here. But yeah, my game highlight, at Griffin spoiled what I was going to say. I don't play the game often, but I did come in for the Murray Cup this past January, and I got to hang out with our good friends at Yacht Club for that. So that was cool. And so I think I spent more time that day in Murray Cup than I have in the whole previous year. It was about.
I think you mean the Daymar Rally.
The Daymar Rally, right?
Daymar Rally. I'm sorry.
I was going to say I don't represent the Murray Cup.
Daymar Rally. I don't know why I always get those two confused because of Arena Commander. But yeah, the Daymar Rally in January. Yeah, age here. I am getting old. Thank you. Jay alluded to on Friday. Anyway, so yes, the Daymar Rally. I think I spent like 7 hours in the game, and and like a half hour or hour was just setting up and everything because you gotta be prepared before you actually go on a trip. So yeah, I had fun doing that, and that was exciting. And part of the reason I don't play the game too much is because my gameplay isn't really in the game. Plus, I don't want to have to learn and then unlearn the different keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that. 'Cause that's always changing. So yeah, maybe this year would be different, but probably not.
All right, Jade, how about you? What was your gameplay highlight for this year?
Wow, it has to be when the Polaris was released, and I went out with my org Black Star. We all got into a Polaris, and went to do the save Stanton missions. And we encountered another group when we're doing a PvE mission, right, to go after the Idris and one of the save Stanton missions, and we encountered like 3 other Polari out there trying to kill us, and we killed all 3 of them. And it was teamwork, right?
Wow.
And we realized, I think we were the only other like fully crewed Polari that was out there. Like the other ones had like maybe like 1 person there on the torpedoes and like, nothing else. And it was just really fun. We had an F8 in the hangar that went off to provide support. It was just really cool seeing the potential of what the future of this game could be like.
Very cool. That's very cool. All right. Let's see who's up next. Colossal. Colossal's on you. What was your gameplay highlight? Something happened in game with you.
So this could lead to gameplay. I love the fact that you're hearing the NPCs actually give you some game information or lore. Because that leads into exploration. And so if you follow that piece, then you should be able, like I tried at one point, but then I got disconnected because I was hearing one dude say some things about the burgers at Whammer, and the Whammer burgers, he had to try, instead of him trying 1, he had to try 2 and things like that. I was like, oh, let me check and see what that does with nutrition, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I got disconnected from it. But if you listen to the NPCs are telling you information about what could possibly be going on in the game. And I that to me is part of gameplay, because that's part of the exploration and it's a part of the lore. So yes.
Okay. All right. I'm digging that. Let's see. SeriousFun is on you next.
Yeah, so my gameplay highlight this year is almost the same as my gameplay highlight last year. Except last year, Kalrati was invisibly killing us over at Ghost Hollow.
I was just too fast.
This year, it was us getting together and playing in the game, going over to the Crusader platforms. Admiral was still in the game. We were playing and making our way through those events. Sometimes they were bugged, sometimes they weren't. Pops and Fist were on at one point we took out a Cutlass Steel, and Pops and Fist were on the bat guns, and just having everybody together out there doing these things, trying to make these things work was that was a highlight to me. That's what stands out. So I look forward to doing that same type of thing once everybody decides that they want to go over to Pyro and deal with Pyro. Maybe we can get in there and do some of the same stuff. So
okay, very cool. Let's see. Younique gameplay. Something good that happened. Something good in your gameplay.
So I picked up the Polaris and really wanted to see sort of how good could it be. So had a buddy join me, and we went into Arena Commander to check it out. How powerful is this thing, right? And so we went into whatever one of the infinite kill swarm things, and oh my god, I was piloting. He was on 1 gun. We just shot no torpedoes, no missiles, nothing.
Right.
And as the pilot, I would find ships that he wanted to shoot at, and then I would roll the ship to change up the shields towards the attackers, so get a new shield on the thing and kind of accelerate away and get it recharged back and forth. We finally quit the thing after wave 60 because we realized this ship's not going to die.
Wow.
Like all those NPCs were coming, we were just killing them all when that was just 2 people.
Wow.
So that was fun until it got boring.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt real quick. I just wanted to remind people that the giveaway is Twitch only, so people on YouTube can come over to Twitch. You might have people coming late, so that's why I wanted to let people know.
Yes.
And Thrakazog, thank you for this gift tier 1 sub. It went to yoyoMeg, so thank you very much.
Oh my
Thank you,
goodness, it's
Thrakazog.
Yo-Yo in the house.
Yes, and speaking of, yoyoMeg is here. Hi, Yo-Yo. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. We knew you were coming. Not a problem. Well, Yo-Yo, we are basically asking these questions about highlights in the game, and we're talking about what was your highlight for this past year? Something really good that happened gameplay-wise in Star Citizen for you.
Honestly, I forget a lot of things that have happened, so I'm sure there's a lot. But as of recently, like the fresh drop of 4.0.2, me, my friend Pesos, and my friend Anansi spedran all the contested zone areas by ourselves, and got to the executive hangar without dying at all. Killed plenty of people, and we got out with the Corsair. So that being it, so like we've ran the contested zones a lot, like either solo, duo, trio with other people. So like we've loved doing it, but doing it just everything at once was super fun. We've had issues like in past patches with things not working, cards not working, just like desync stuff like that. It was just, I feel like it just went so flawlessly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just more contested zone stuff. I hope we get more areas like that throughout the game.
Wow, that's very cool. Okay, all right. I'm having some issues here for some reason. Twitch is the giveaway thing is shutting down for some reason. So guys, hopefully we won't lose that. So I'm going to try to come back to it. Kalrati, it's on you now.
Yeah, so my gameplay highlight has to do with CIG finally giving us the ability, or not us, but giving the less valuable resources some value. It's a start. Of course, it's still Alpha UEC. We can't really transfer it into stuff for base building and those things yet. But the supply of die missions allowing us and allowing things like corundum and copper and those things that didn't really have any use before to actually have some kind of value now. It's really, really, really encouraging, because one of the things for mining and salvaging that, I mean, many of us have talked about is, you know, the resource sinks, you know, so being able to actually have a reason to look for these things and not just, you know, buy them and trade them and stuff. That's great too. But being able to go out and mine or salvage for these, well, specifically mine for them, it's looking really promising. So that's been my highlights thus far.
Okay. Give me 1 second here, gang. I don't know what's going on. For some reason or other, Stream Elements decided that it wants to do a whole thing on us here.
Hey, Meg.
Yeah, please talk. Yeah, you guys talk for me.
Yeah. Just wanted you to know that the Bank of Kelosal is open 24/7.
Oh God.
You weren't here in the earlier
He doesn't need help. He doesn't need help.
I appreciate the philanthropy. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You need a philanthropy because of the first thing. If you went someplace else, you'd be fine. You wouldn't need philanthropy.
You're not fooling anybody, Kelosal.
That philanthropy will turn into indentured servitude if you don't watch it back.
So those are toxic languages that we don't tolerate here at Hurston Dynamics.
Anybody that owns the bank.
We know you don't tolerate free speech. We know.
Anybody that owns the bank can afford whatever.
We tolerate peace and security in a prosperous society. In a
How
secure
about over-policing and Hurston orbit?
in a secure
That background looks like what they make them Hurston statues out of. That's what that background looks like.
I'm pretty sure Emperor Palpatine said the same thing as you just said, Colossal.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
Oh gosh. All right, I don't know what's going on, guys, but unfortunately, with Stream Elements, the giveaway section has disappeared. I don't know why.
Whoa!
It is like
Did we pay our bills?
Yeah, we paid our bills. It for some reason it kept kicking me out and having me relog in, and yeah, I can't even log back into it now.
You could do it virtual bar citizen style, Griff. You could say a question and first right answer the chat.
First person that answers at the trivia question. Okay, I'll have to figure this out, guys. I'm sorry that this is acting up right now. Okay, so let's change gears. We talked about what was. Oh, did I get everybody? I did, right? I think I got everybody. Yeah. Okay, so let me. I'm not going to do mine. Abdi, back to you. What was the something that happened in the game that wasn't so great? Something that wasn't so great. And I don't mean because you didn't finish a mission. Was there something in particular that wasn't so great?
Man, see, I had everything else thought about other than this.
I told you to get write it down.
I know you told me not to and and now I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess just like the hanger issues, I think here it is. It's the hanger issues. So I like to do mining. And you were talking about how everybody's game loop has had issues or has developed and changed. And one of the ways that mining has changed is that now it's much more viable to switch out your mining bags and to store them. But there was a nasty bug where when you would pull up your mining bags in the hangar elevator, they would be halfway through the floor. And then you try to tractor beam them, and then they'd just go, "See you later, sucker," and they'd fall right through. And that was frustrating. So you find your other ways of dealing with that kind of a thing, and you move on as you do. We're all troubleshooters here. That's how we were raised. So
I'm a troublemaker.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we know that. Ban fast.
I don't make trouble. I prevent trouble.
Oh boy.
There he goes again, Mr. Hurston. All right. Well, but yeah, it was the various hangar elevator issues were some of my least favorite of the last year. And yeah.
All right. By the way, I do have the giveaway working. It's still working. Thank goodness. I had to clear my cache and cookies and a whole bunch of stuff. Exclamation point ticket if you guys want to be in for the giveaway for the turbocharged racing paint and the C8X Pisces with LTI. We can always use a Pisces.
Twitch.
Always use a Pisces on Twitch. Captain Jones, what was a low light? Something that happened gameplay wise.
For me, my low light is something that really should be a highlight, which is persistent hangers. So I can't go more than a week or two per patch without it breaking and never being able to get in it again. So, especially for me, I like
people keep saying this. I feel terrible for you, Captain Jones. Like, how many of us have had this issue?
I've only had it happen once. Togi gets it all the time. Captain Jones gets it all the time. I mean, they literally get like locked out completely.
It's a terrible.
I had it once. Yeah, it's a horrible bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like the older your count is, the more likely you are.
Maybe I've tried different things. Like I like to decorate it, so I put out the ships, the furniture, wall art, whatever. And I thought maybe that's what was causing the problem. So now I leave it barren. Yeah, but I get a good week per patch before my hanger just poofs away, and I just wait. And
that's rough.
Stick out my thumb and ask for rides.
Yeah. It seems like, and I could be wrong, it seems like there's definitely when you put stuff out in the hangar, something triggers it. Because people I've talked to,
I don't put anything out anymore.
Yeah, the people who don't store stuff seems like it doesn't. But don't get me wrong, it's counterproductive because you're supposed to be able to put stuff out in your hangar, right? So it's a weird thing, that it happens. Yeah. FC, what's something gameplay wise that you weren't that crazy about that happened?
I'm going to say IAE, and I'm going to borrow a line from Abdi saying I'm going to drill on that to say specifically bugs on IAE. Mostly people complain about each manufacturer only having one day instead of two, but for me, it was the 135C had its cargo hold above the ship because I wanted to compare the 135C, which is Intrepid. And I couldn't do that because the 135C was bugged. So, and that was just one of many issues during this past IE when it came to low light.
Yeah. There were several ships that were bugged, and the funny thing is that these were ships that have been around for a while. The 135 was bugged. Both of the Argo, with the personnel and the cargo, both of them were bugged. There were some other ships, and it was kind of like, okay, these ships have been out here for years. Why all of a sudden now? Am I seeing through the wall, or something's not working on it? So I don't know. And I think IAE felt a little rushed for a lot of people. I don't know what it was about it this time. That maybe it was because of the pressure of trying to get ready for CitizenCon, but it did have some issues this year. It really did. Okay, Jade, coming over to you. Low life gameplay.
Well, when you say the word low life, I think of global chat,
Oh,
right? And this has been an ongoing thing. And what they showed us at CitizenCon with the report and block function can't come soon enough. I mean, anybody who's been in recently due to everything going on probably has seen it. But I would just reiterate that this is a community, just like the game, that's also an alpha. And how CIG deals with that will also reflect on what we get post 1.0.
It has been kind of crazy recently, man. I feel like it's gotten worse. I wasn't sure if it was just me, but
Nope, it's not you.
No, there's
Everybody's seeing it.
Yeah, it's been this wave. We get these bursts of it, and then it subsides, and something comes back and kicks it up again. And it is unfortunate that it happens out there. Folks have been trying to report things and stuff, but
and I'm sorry, but offering to hit F12 isn't the solution. I mean,
No.
like,
right.
if this is a game where we should be interacting with each other, it shouldn't. F12 shouldn't be the thing that we do in order to just like fix it. You know, I mean, it is an option.
It is what I do, but it isn't
It's
a
what
solution.
we all do it, but at the same time, that means that we're cutting off an aspect of gameplay. You know, like how are you supposed to ask somebody for, you know, more fuel because we don't have a way of asking for more fuel right now? You know, if you want somebody to come and pick you up and do that. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
I'm gonna hop in real quick. I don't know how to pronounce their name correctly, but Super 008. Thank you for the 500 bits. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, we're having some real issues here with stuff cutting off on my end, guys. So forgive me. It might be my computer doing something weird. So if the stream goes out or something, let me know, because I just had to refresh Twitch and relog into it, and then I also had to do the same thing again with stream alerts. It's gone out on me again. Who do we
We're
leave
too
off with?
powerful.
It was Jay. No, it's about my. I got to put my computer. After the day, my computer's going to the shop. I'm tired. I've been monkeying with it. Colossal, it's on you. Low light. Something that didn't go, you know, gameplay wise in the game. Some of the game that wasn't doing well.
Yeah, let's drop for me. We just got the Carrick, and the Carrick now has this, you know, the module bay doors can finally open. So now we're able to load stuff in. The only way to load stuff in, pretty much, that type of size cargo, you can't just load it to the front door, right? You can't go into the hangar area and try to load it there because some of the cargo do not fit. So you have to use the Atlas. And every time I used the Atlas, everything was great until I tried to get out of the Atlas and I'm falling through the hangar. So that was the worst for me, that I could not utilize my Carrick when I finally get the function to finally go ahead and load the module cargo bay doors. So I haven't used it since then. Even though if it's working, I don't know. Maybe somebody in chat knows if it's finally working now. But
you've been traumatized. You've been traumatized now. So yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's like when you want to jump around a planet. Those of us who used to fly into the center of the planet all the time, we're too scared to do it still. We're still all messed up in our head with that, right?
That was back when I played the game. That happened to me. Yeah.
All right, Serious. What's your low light of a gameplay?
Yeah, it might be a synthesis of what's been said here already, but it's really wanting to be able to trust the game a little bit more as the game's evolving, and not being able to, not being able to evolve my gameplay because I don't believe that the game's gonna sustain itself so that I can do that. So I don't put out stuff in my hangar. I don't stock my ship. Right. I don't investigate derelict vehicles at locations because I don't want to fall through the floor and into the planet. And that just comes from having done it so many times. You're like, oh, I know this trap, right? And but you don't do a thing because you know a thing, right? And so that's my low light. I'll leave it at that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Younique. Something happened gameplay wise, a low level, something that didn't work out so great.
Oh, that was I usually start out with the new versions of doing some cargo missions off, and I flew a cargo mission up to the space station, and I got into the space station and was like, hey, this is great. And then I wanted to get a tractor beam because it's the first time I got in that new version. So now I'm at the space station, I go to get the big tractor beam. So I leave my ship, go buy the tractor beam, I come back, ship's not there. And I'm like, okay, well, let me call up the ship. Now, mind you, I'd also taken a cargo mission to go back down to the planet. And it wouldn't bring up the ship.
Very happy to be here.
It just aired out. Now I'm stuck on the space station. I can't get out. There's no way to get up. I couldn't call up any other ship. It just wouldn't load my hangar with any ship. So I finally killed myself to spawn back down on the planet. Rinse and repeat. Sure enough, happened exactly the same again. So I couldn't play for about a week because of that.
Wow. Yeah, the infamous
It was
hangers.
stuck on station. Yeah.
Yeah, the infamous hangers. Okay. Meg.
Yes.
What was your
Yeah.
low light? Something bad, something that didn't
Yes.
go so hot gameplay wise.
I don't really. I mean, there's. I don't really. Sorry, my bad. What I was gonna bring up wasn't really a gameplay thing, but it's
Okay.
like how events work.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know how long ago the F7A was. I don't know if that's
Mhm.
been a year
Mhm.
or more, but yeah, I really wish that could have been an in-game account thing. Like there's some sort of flag that allows a person in-game to be able to purchase the F7A for completing the event. I think obviously some people call things cash grabs and stuff, but I just think it's really cringy that there are people who don't have money that want to play a game and grind out an event to want to get something, and to get that thing they have to spend money, a lot of money at that. So I hope that's something that they change in the future. I do like the rewards that are like hanger flares, ship paints. Obviously that FOMO is still there, but to miss out on an entire ship and not know when that next event's gonna happen, it really sucks. But yeah.
To Mac's point, I mean, every ship there, first of all, supposed to be available in game at a certain point. We just don't know when. So eventually, maybe it's late as 1.0. Yeah, maybe the F7A will be available somehow. But now,
Yeah,
CIG,
I mean-
it's a revenue stream for CIG.
But
Yeah, there's
it does make it difficult though for people who come to the game and don't know that. And like I've known people, FOMO's real for some folks. And
Right.
just like some people don't know that after 90 days something's going to be available to rent in the store, right? And people will go out and spend the money not realizing that, first of all, it's not that urgent that I get it, and secondly, if I wait 90 days I can just use in-game currency and buy it. I'm not saying that's a fault thing. I'm just saying if people don't know that those ships might be available to them later in the game, it can be very frustrating if they're spending money.
Yeah, and I don't think
agree.
you can purchase that ship, and it's still been that long, and same with the F8, but you can
Yeah.
acquire them from the contested zone loop.
Yeah.
So at least there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, opportunity. Yeah. Yeah.
I never thought about that. Yeah, that's a new way of acquiring both of those ships, huh?
Yeah. Kalrati.
So mine generally has to do with friction, the presence of non-value added activity versus value added activity. I guess that's been present for some time, but the more tactile and the more intricate we've been getting for our features, be it for loading inventory, be it for setting up to do certain gameplay, be it for landing on planets, loading vehicles into ships. While yes, I really do love the how flexible the game is when it comes to being able to do all of these things. I do wonder if there is some kind of homogeneous or across the board agreement of what friction is in the game, because for some, when CIG simplifies something, I'm using that with quotations, some may say, okay, they're simplifying the game. No, it's not the same as reducing the friction. So ultimately, that's one of the low highlights, I guess, for me, or low lights, and I hope that eventually we start reducing the non-value added activity to regulate that level of friction for us to enjoy the major value added activity prospects in the game itself. What CIG deems non-value added versus value added, I think that will be dependent on them, but I hope it's something that is balanced enough.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's fair. Once again, guys, Stream Elements has died on me again, and so I am even though the giveaway is still okay, it just popped up. Okay, let's see if I can get this before it crashes again.
Do it now.
I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. All right,
Do
guys.
it. Do it now.
Exclamation ticket! Exclamation ticket! All right, here we go. I'm going to close the giveaway, and we're going to give the winner. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Darkness Muta. Darkness Muta. You are here. Hopefully, Darkness Muta.
Congrats.
Turbocharged Racing Paint C8X Pisces with LTI. Are you here? Yay! There we go. Awesome. Nice.
Yay! Congrats.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Darkness, you've been around for a while, so send us an email. Send it with your RSI email for that account that you wanted to go to. And send that to soulcitizens@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you ASAP. As in,
same for Kai Kai, who won earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
She was screaming earlier, by the way. She was so excited.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
What's the email so I can tell her? I don't think she has it.
Soulcitizens@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yep, soulcitizens@gmail.com. All right, we've got another short here, another clip that fastcart has pulled for us. Hopefully I can get the right one here.
I just got to say the name of that 890 jump is hilarious.
Which one is that? What's the name?
Snobs 1.
Oh. Yeah. There's the whole story behind that, right? For the whole snobs thing. So
I don't know that story.
Oh, I'll have to tell you about it later.
Okay.
All right. Here's our clip. This one is one of the ones we got from our good friend Go Mob, who's not here. We miss him, but he's got a little special public service announcement that he always loves to give once in a while. Let's see if it'll play.
I'm super excited to not only have all
of the wrong one. Hold on a minute. There we go.
All right. Talking to you.
You got to point at him.
I'm talking to you in particular. You know who you are. I don't want to hear about a single issue that you're having if you have not taken screenshots, recorded a video, or at least gone to the issue council.
Yeah.
And put it in either as a new bug or contribute it to a current bug. We are in the public test universe so that they can see what's wrong so they can fix it. You complaining about it to me and everybody else does absolutely nothing. So I don't want to
fix it.
Unless you've done that.
Okay.
If you've done that, then I'm here with you. All right. PSA.
All right. That's from Grandpa Go Mob, y'all. Okay. He's letting y'all know that. All right. Every once in a while, Go Mob gets worked up. He has to get some things off his chest. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
And stay off his lawn. Stay off his lawn.
Stay off his lawn.
People in chat will feel targeted.
All right. We've got another video that we're going to show you guys. We just got finished talking about what's currently in the game and the things that we've been affected by so far. Let's do one more here. And this is once again from New Soul. And this one is kind of more of a video that projects some possibilities for the future. Possibilities, based upon some things that CIG has shared with us. Don't know exactly what it's all going to look like, but maybe this will give us a glimpse to it. So let's take a quick look at that, okay? Here we go.
Scanning of the anomaly complete, Captain.
Refuel and repairs complete.
How much longer are you gonna be? Almost done.
Hey man, have you been hearing about the reports about the stalker in the area? Yeah man, Glad we got these sentries. Stalker. Watch your six. Be careful. He's gotta be out here somewhere. Here he is.
Alrighty. We're gonna come back from that. Some elements in there that we saw from the future. It opened up. I know it was a little dark, but that was the Odyssey that was in there. We saw the Boreal Stalker. And so I want to present this question to the team now. And that question is the future. Where do you guys see things going? What are you looking forward to in the future of the game? A lot of things have been talked about. Recently, CIG did the roadmap. And I'm not talking about necessarily 1.0, because I'm talking about what within like the next year or so, or a year or two maybe, that you've seen in those list of things that CIG has talked about. And we know there's been some flipping around about features and content too. So where does that stand for you guys right now? What is it something that you're looking forward to seeing? So Abdi, I'm going to come to you first on this one. And I'm going to launch that other giveaway. I tried to launch a second ago. It just crashed on me again. But there's a new giveaway coming out for the Valkyrie, all three of the Valkyrie paints plus a Grey Cat STV. That's going to be our next one.
Not the Valkyrie ship, the Valkyrie paint.
Yes, just the paints. Just the paints. Okay.
and again, on Twitch only.
Yes, and Twitch only. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Abdi.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it reasonable, I guess. With the next year, I feel like we know what the imperative of being, bug fixing and stability. I know that there are a lot of people who are dissatisfied with how they've been running narrative events in the last month or two. But seeing that they are committed to adding another mission giver and even locations, that fills me with a kind of anticipation that I've been longing for in this game for a long time. I've always wanted more mission givers, more people to talk to in the game, more narrative reasons to go around and do this or that. And if there's a way for them to do that without stepping on that stability / that imperative that they have, from on high, then I'm all for it. So,
okay.
Kind of what Kelosal was talking about, hearing more people talking in game, just the NPCs and stuff like that. But also having more mission givers to make this game feel alive in a different way. I'm not going to say more alive, but I'll say alive in a different way.
Okay, that's fair. All right, exclamation point ticket. We just got that giveaway going, gang. If you guys want to jump in on that. Captain Jones, what about you? The future. What do you see? What are you looking forward to? Near future.
Near future, I can't even say it's near future. It's more something I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Hoping for that we start to get more into exploration and discovery. So that's what I've ultimately jumped on board for. What I'm ultimately hoping for. Maybe going to finding a jump point and going to the jump point and not knowing where it's going to lead you and having to map out that system or figure out where you're at, or coming across aliens for the first time, a first contact situation, or having to do research to figure out a plague that's afflicting a particular area. So really what I'm looking forward to or hoping for is they to finally give us that option to do things that's not just pew pew. I mean, I like pew pew as much as the next person, but I think we're missing opportunities to do so much more.
Okay. Fastcart, what are you looking forward to?
You mentioned the bug fixing thing. I see them doing the bug fixing thing for about another 6 to 9 months before trying something else. What that something else is, I can't predict. Is there something we've seen before or something they want to try something new? I can't say, but I am looking forward to the rest of the 16 ships that they announced at SeriousFun.
Okay. Why are you looking forward to the 16 ships?
Because one of them is the Ironclad, and I really like that ship. And
Okay.
the Pioneer, I don't have it, I don't own it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with it.
That's the same as
Victor
your
Floyd.
BMM.
No, it's not. Don't say that. Don't do that.
You don't have it. You don't own it. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
No, I don't own the Polaris either, but I enjoy exploring it doing IE when it came out.
Okay, all right. Jade, how about you? Between where we are now with 4.0 and as we move forward, what's something that you're looking forward to that you'd like to see happen, reasonably soon?
I mean, this is not unexpected for me to say, but Nyx.
Yeah.
We have the server meshing tech. We have a working pyro system. To me, and granted, I don't work for CIG, I don't work for Turbulent, but to me, if Nyx is pretty much done as they said it was back in 2022, then it's a no-brainer that should be something that we see well before 1.0, right? Beyond that, or well, not beyond that, but maybe even before that, if the Pioneer is coming out, base building.
Okay.
And onto that, also, this is much more quality of life. This fits into the whole stability and quality of life. Being able to drop a marker anywhere on that star map and being able to go back to it, regardless of whether it's in space or, in a landing zone or just somewhere out on a planet. I think that would be huge for multiple reasons, and for people that mine and salvage, being able to sell those marker locations, that would be great. For people
Your lips
that
to
wanna,
God's ears, please. I mean,
yeah, you find a good rock, you don't want to mine it, but somebody else might want to. So
yeah. I've been out mining before plenty of times where people had so much stuff out there, and somebody had to sit out there and wait. You know what I mean, to come out there. So it would be great to do that. Kalosal, I'm going to come to you. Jade took 3 things, so you only get 1. So give me one thing that you got.
There you go. There's your one. I mean, I'm looking for the solar flares to come in. I still am looking for that with Pyro. And then, of course, I'll for time's sake, I'll stick with Pyro for right now.
So, is it the flares, or is it just that whole idea of how the environmental dangers and things like that? You know what I mean? They kind of become a different type of something to worry about versus just worrying about players.
Well, unless they retcon things, unless they're going to retcon some things, that was part of the lore at Pyro.
No. I'm not disputing that point with you. I'm saying, but it introduces something else to worry about, is what I'm saying. I'm saying, is that why you kind of want those to come in, or is it just because of the fact that it makes the system a part of the lore?
Well, I'm just looking for the completion of what is supposed to happen
for Pyro. Yeah, for what more?
Or Pyro or any system. I'm still waiting for it was a Halo's Gate or Aaron Halo's Gate, whatever. So I'm waiting for that piece as well. Thanks for the reminder on that, Paul Shelley. But it's waiting for those pieces. But eventually, obviously, I'll be waiting for gameplay with multi-crew. We haven't seen that yet. I'm hoping with Squadron 42 coming to its completion that we'll be able to see an expedited version of those things, those promises.
I'm like you.
Kalosal.
Go ahead, Fastcart.
I gotta say, she's Kalosal. You can have 3 anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, to Kalosal's point, like when they introduced the what do they call it, Kalosal? The pin. What's the other red pin, y'all? Not the med pin, but the new one.
Decon.
The decon. Like when the decon pin came out, that's when I thought that maybe the radiation thing would kick in with the flares and stuff, and so I was a little disappointed that didn't happen when they put it out, because they put the pins in there. They need to change the color, by the way. You can't have 2 red pins.
Yeah, now it's just a red pen. You're trying to get out of your inventory.
Yeah. Now, there's an orange one already. It's got to be a different color than that, even. So, but I was hoping that too. Yeah, hey, there you go. We have purple, their favorite color, right? You would think if there was any color they would have picked, it would be purple, right?
I feel sorry for all the colorblind people.
Yeah. All right, Sirius, how about you? For the future, near future, what's something you want to see step in?
Yeah, I said it in the chat because the prisoner had raised it, but quantum boosting. I really enjoyed the quantum boosting demos that we got that Yogi showed to us. And I especially enjoyed it when Squadron 42 did it in the 42nd minute of the video. And so I want to be able to quantum boost where I want. I think it's concomitant to Jade's take on pinning in the map. You know, you want to be able to pin the map and then quantum boost to locations and have that freedom. Master modes was experienced as this sort of limiting of flight freedom. I think quantum boost would be the other side of that. So if we can get some quantum boost in the game over the next year, I think that would be great. But I embrace what everybody has said already as well. I want to see everything everybody else has said too, but I also want to see this.
Yeah. Okay. Younique, something you'd like to see within the near future?
More game loops / professions added. You know, if they could come up with 2 and 2 of those over the next year, it'd be amazing. You know, the other would be better interaction between the players so that they can do things like trade and meet up, and like you said, the markers and stuff like that, just so that you can engage with each other on friendly or non-friendly terms better.
Yeah. Good stuff. Meg.
For me, either more crafting or fabricating. I think fabricating is what I'm looking for. I'm not sure, but inflation for things and reasons to want to have different commodities or resources stored. I'm very much looking forward to the CSV FM, but I'm just curious, like, what it'll actually make, and if the hype will die with what. I mean, we don't know everything that's going to be craftable or fabricated and stuff yet, so that's probably baby steps. But yeah, just a way to stay out and not need to go to places for things. I feel like that could make me feel like I'm exploring a bit more rather than needing to like go back every 5 minutes to grab stuff. Not 5 minutes, but just in general. But we're seeing things like scrap parts and comp boards in boxes, which I'm not sure when that started. I feel like I started seeing those more when the contested zone started. So that could be nothing, or it could be something just to confuse people. But
no,
yeah,
I'm glad you don't know what it is yet either, because I felt like I was missing a whole loop there.
yeah.
And if you don't know, nobody knows.
Yeah.
So I'm good now.
Someone told me, like, make sure you grab those comp boards, but I'm like, once we got the actual hanger comp boards, you're like, oh, that's literally nothing. Somebody said you needed those to fabricate the hanger keys, but you don't need them at all. But yeah, I'm really just wanting growth, added content, and a bigger universe. So I really am very excited for the CSVFM though.
Okay.
I fabricated 25,000 fuses.
Nice.
Holy smoke.
That's a lot.
All right. Yeah, just a
I
little
just
bit.
steal them.
Just a little bit. Just steal them. Yeah. Kalrati, what about you? Something near future you'd like
Trying
to
to
see
corner
pop
the
in?
market.
So I would really like, and I think they've started it with the supply or die. I would really like for them to continue to make use or increase the density of use of stuff that we already have in the game. For example, like how they're starting to make corundum, copper, and tin and pressurized ice part of an existing game loop, which is mining.
Yes.
I would really like for them to do more of those things, but also I don't know about how developed or lack thereof the mission system is. I know Benoit had commended Elliot and his team for being able to pull a lot of magic out of the current mission system, but I do wonder at the moment how difficult or not it is, for a mission to have, not just combat but a gather feature as well. And I don't mean as a missing chain, but if you can fight X amount or gather X amount and also mine X amount concurrently to increase the density of activity in a particular area. And these are things that we have in game. So, that would mean that, okay, maybe whoever would sometimes design new things, they wouldn't need to at the moment. But that will also help them possibly to flesh out certain existing mechanics to make it more meaty,
Okay. That's cool. I'll toss one in for this one, and it's going to be that I wish that the economy would start to become dynamic. And in light of what you were saying, Kalrati, about the new resources that are available, like copper, iron, corundum, I would love for the fact that the numbers change on those every once in a while. Today copper's worth something, next week copper drops, because one, it'll affect the areas of piracy and impact what people decide to store up. I might store up something this week and it's very valuable, and I come back tomorrow and it has dropped, and now I've got a ton of stuff that maybe I've got to hurry up and try to get rid of. I would love to see. I know they've got the ice in the game now, so it doesn't have to be anything huge, but I would love to see those numbers shift. And maybe when there's a dynamic thing like this going on, because of the delivery of those things, that also causes the numbers to change. It may be a lot to ask for, but the static numbers drives me crazy as a trader, and it doesn't make it challenging for me. I would love to know that each day I come in and check and see how much something costs, and I say, oh my God, I've got a ton of iron that just went up by 30% today. I would love to have stuff like that in the game, for those trading and stuff. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, we are getting ready to close out this giveaway. If you guys want to get in on this last giveaway, exclamation point ticket for all 3 of the Valkyrie paints, not the Valkyrie, just the paints, 3 paints, and a Gray Cat STV giveaway. This is all on Twitch. Let's see. Jay, do me a favor. Give me a countdown so when I should close the giveaway down. You got to get in exclamation point ticket right now if you want to get in on this.
Right now, you want me to do the countdown?
Well, you got to give me 2 countdowns. One to close it down and one to give it away.
All right. T- 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Close it.
It is closed. All right. Now we can draw the winner.
All right. T- 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's the
lift
NASA,
off.
That's the NASA in her.
Yes.
Oh, that's the NASA in her. Citizen Kilroy. Hey, Citizen Kilroy. You
Congrats,
are
congrats,
the winner.
congrats.
Citizen Kilroy. Are you still here? Are you there? Probably went to go make a sandwich, right?
There
it is.
Woo. Ah, there they are.
Woo.
Excellent.
All right. Citizen Kilroy, hit us up at soulcitizens@gmail.com with your RSI email address, and we will get that out to you ASAP. Congratulations to you. Woo! Okay, we have covered a lot of ground today, and we've got some more things that we want to share with you guys, but I think we've got some Q&As. Fastcart, can you check? I thought I saw someone tag a question in for us earlier.
Nope, just ban jokes.
Oh,
Ticket.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to always ban jokes, y'all. For Fastcart.
Yes, please.
Feel free. Feel free.
Here's the thing, though. Sometimes he'll DM me jokes that you don't get because he did this just a second ago.
That's
so I'm
ban him anyway.
That's because
Ban him anyway.
that's because you don't use the block button like I do. That's the difference. You need to, there's a little thing in there called block that you have to put in for him. That's all you got to do.
And now there's a full joke and fan joke war going on now. So yeah, no questions. No questions.
Oh my God, hilarious.
That's what the points are for. Love
Hilarious.
it.
All right, we are going to do another giveaway, and this one is going to be Younique. Younique is going to donate an ebook, and Younique, why don't you give them a little bit of background about what it is?
Well, it's a book, the Aurora Initiative. It's my first sci-fi novel that I've put out, working on a bunch of others. And it's about exploring out into space, and they find some aliens, and then they try to work through a big problem and get out there and try not to die while they're doing it. So it's kind of like a space opera thing. I don't want to give too much away. But anyway, I do have codes for United States. I'll give away 2 of those, and I also have them for the UK, and I'll give away 2 of those. So however you want to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do the first one right now.
Are these the ebooks or audiobooks?
They're
audiobooks. I'm sorry.
Audiobook.
Thank you, Fastcart.
Yeah.
Audiobooks, y'all. So
On audible.com.
it says ebook, y'all, but ignore that because I was thinking in another realm. It is an audiobook. Okay, audiobook. So you guys can
The
go
book
ahead.
is available as an ebook and as a print book, but these are Audible codes.
Okay. All right.
And
Go ahead, Fastcart.
is it okay if I put the link for the Amazon?
Yes.
Book? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Let me find it.
All right. So while we're doing that, while you guys are doing exclamation point ticket for that, we're going to talk about some things that are happening. We told you all that we had some announcements that we wanted to make during this particular anniversary show. Thank you guys for being here for the anniversary show. We're going to give you some information about things that are going to be coming up that you might be interested in. And one of the first one is something called Lore Lighthouse. And I'm going to allow SeriousFun, one of our co-producers, to talk to you guys a little bit about this and give you a little background on it. So Sirius, go ahead and tell people a little bit about Lore Lighthouse.
Well, first of all, I like that image. That's nice. Let's keep that.
I had to try to take care of you, brother. You know that.
I appreciate that. But as you know, we have a show, this show, Soul Citizens, on Sunday nights, and we have Soul Voices with fastcart, and very often Soul Talk on Thursday nights. And we were thinking about a third show, and I've been thinking for a few months about a third show that would spring from the intent and values of Soul Citizen in terms of wanting to make sure that we created community and gave great information, but also took exploration of this game and this universe in a slightly different direction. And one of the things that I thought about was this idea of Lore Lighthouse. And so we are developing a new show that will happen on the Soul Citizens channel. And the idea of the show is to do the Soul Citizens take on the exploration of lore, right? So we will take a look at some concepts, high concept ideas, some raw lore ideas. We'll examine what's already been said by CIG and others about the lore, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. Mainly informational, but there'll be some space for us to theorycraft when appropriate, right? But mainly to really explore how interesting and unique and developed this verse actually is. And as we're getting more planets and more systems, there'll be more of an opportunity for us to see that come to life. So really excited about this show. We hope to start it in early April. And it's, Lore Lighthouse. We want to shine a light on the lore of the verse. So very excited.
And we will get more details to you all as far as the launch for that and everything. So you'll get fair warning on the date and time for it. But it is something that SeriousFun's been working on, and we're looking forward to it. And for those of you who are into lore, I know a lot of people don't think about lore, but if you're going to be stepping into the persistent universe, you want to know where you're going and who's there waiting for you. So lore is going to be very, very vital to your gameplay in the Star Citizen persistent universe.
Don't end up in quarterdeck. Don't end up over there.
Okay. That's our first announcement. Don't forget exclamation point ticket if you want to take advantage of the giveaway for Younique's book, the Aurora Initiative. Click on that for audiobook. Another thing that we want to talk to you about for years, literally years, we've had people who've been asking us about Soul Citizens and how do we sign up for your org and, blah, blah, blah. And we always have to come back and retort to people that we're not an org. We're not an org. We are a community. And we have plenty, even though we have a Discord, most of the people who are in our Discord are in other orgs. There are some people who are not in orgs at all, but quite a few of them are in other Discords. And our place is, I guess for some people, it's just kind of a place to come and chill and take a break and hang out with like-minded folks, which is what most orgs and Discords are for. But for some reason, they like coming and hanging out with us. And so we have been talking just recently about our idea of what it means to be community. And the thing that we are going to be launching, and this is going to be for the future, but it is going to be starting fairly soon. We are launching this thing called Soul Station. And Soul Station is basically, as you guys know, Star Citizen is kind of broken into these different things of different organizations. But one of the categories that's on the website are clubs. And for us, a club says that you can be in your own org and doing something with your orgs in the game. If it's a mill sim, or whether you're a bunch of medical people, or if you're miners and doing trade. But a club is people who just want to get together and hang out. And so Soul Station is going to be that. It's going to be the place where you can come to officially in game to hang out. You guys are always welcome to join our Discord and hang out with us. But as this game builds out over the next few years, and as things like bases become a reality, as things like space stations become a reality, we're discussing this whole idea of creating a location in the game where, just like how we hang out in Discord, you'll be able to come to that location too and just hang out with us. And so we're going to see how the game evolves. But we're laying the groundwork now. If nothing else, we're locking the name down for now. And you guys are more than welcome to become a part of that community, Soul Station. We do have it set up on the RSI website. If it's something that you think you'd be interested in, Captain Jones, how do they get into that? Do they just go there and put in a request? Is that how it will work?
Yeah, there's you could go in as normal and just hit application. You don't have to actually apply, so you're not filling out a bunch of fields.
Yep.
So it's a club, once again, not an org, so all you gotta do is hit apply and one of us accept. And then we can also post the link that will send you straight to that.
Yeah, I think fastcart or SeriousSfun just dropped it in.
SeriousFun.
Yeah, he just dropped it in for you while you were talking. Yep. So that'll be there. It is very skeletal right now. We haven't put in stuff about the models and all that other stuff that goes up, but we will be adding that fairly soon. So this is something to look forward to in the future for those of you who like to hang out with us and be a part of what we do as the Soul Citizens. Yeah. And then we've got one more final announcement for you guys. As some of you all know, we have been talking about a special project. Some of you know that we've been talking about a project that we've been working on. And this is not a Soul Citizens project. It is a project that I myself are working on. SeriousFun has joined in with me. There are other content creators in our community that are working on this project as well. But we are looking to produce an event for Star Citizen backers like yourselves to be able to consider coming to and attending. So we want to show you guys the trailer for it. It's a little teaser trailer, just to kind of maybe whet your appetite, see if it's something that you think you might be interested in. And it's called Quantum Vegas 2955. So here's the teaser trailer, and then we'll come back and talk about it for a hot second.
Quantum Vegas 2955 is a community celebration of the Star Citizen universe, uniquely designed to immerse attendees in the creative and technical brilliance of the game. Hosted in the unparalleled conference environment of Area 15 in Las Vegas, Nevada, this inaugural event offers direct access to developers from Cloud Imperium Games, influential community leaders, as well as other Star Citizen backers. This event offers interactive sessions with special guests covering the complexity of game development to community-driven experiences in a unique and intimate setting. Quantum Vegas 2955 is more than a convention. It's an immersive gateway into the Star Citizen legacy, an unmissable highlight on the gaming calendar. Quantum Vegas 2955, by the community, for the community.
Okay. That is our pitch for Quantum Vegas. If you think that looks cool, give us a thumbs up in the chat. We're just kind of testing the water today. This is a little teaser. We did this on Paul Shelley show yesterday. We got really positive reactions. So we'd like to know if it's something you guys think that you'd be interested in. We're going to be putting out more information about it as things come along. But if you want to make a weekend in Vegas and get to hang out with other backers and folks that are coming from Cloud Imperium Games, it will be a great time that we're looking forward to doing. So we would love to see some of you come out there and join us. By the way, it is limited. Is designed to be a very intimate opportunity to get together with other backers, and we got some really cool things that we're planning for it. It's not a bar. It's better than a Bar Citizen, but it's not as big as a convention. So we just want to give you guys the heads up for it. And we're going to announce when tickets are going to go on sale, along with the world tour for the Bar Citizen. That's going to be whenever they get ready to do that. That's when it's going to come out. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us there. And yes, yoyoMeg, you can carpool from Texas if you want to. You're more than welcome to do that. Yeah.
Hey, Griffin, this is amazing. How come this is my first time hearing about it?
I don't know why it's your first time hearing about it since you've been in every meeting that we've had. I don't know.
I think it's because Dig That doesn't like you.
No, prisoner, it won't be a VIP room with a bottle service, but it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Okay, we won't take it that far, but it will be nice. Okay. Other than that, I think that is about it. We could talk about next week that we have what we have coming up. Oh, we've got to do our giveaway for the book. Hang
Yeah,
on a
don't forget
second.
that.
Yeah, well, the thing just shut down on me again. I had it in front of me, so I wouldn't
Oh,
forget, and then
no.
it decided to do its thing. So I was hoping we could get through the rest of the night without it crashing out again, but it just is not being cooperative tonight. I don't know what the deal is with this, that it's doing this. Let me see
Well,
if
while you're doing that, I just want to say this is my first time being being involved in a project like Quantum Vegas 2955. It's been hard for me to keep my mouth shut, but I did it.
Yeah, you hung in there.
I can finally talk about it.
Yeah, you can finally talk about it. I know. All right, I'm going to close the giveaway out on this one. Captain Jones, if you would give us a countdown so we could do this one.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Winner.
Boom. Wow, Robert
dinner.
Rose. Robert. Hey, Robert, I didn't even know you were out there. Good to see you, Rob. Robert's been here before. Robert, are you there? If you are
Congratulations.
there, give us a
Congratulations.
shout. Let us
Congrats,
know.
Robert.
Let us know. Let us know. All right, once more. Let's give another one away. Exclamation point ticket. Exclamation point ticket. Let's see if we can get that done within the next minute, since you guys are all
There's
here.
Robert. There he is.
There's Robert.
Nice.
Robert, don't forget,
Yay.
send your email. I think you've won from us before, so you may already know how to do this. Send your RSI email to us.
Wait, what? That's for Audible book. It got to be something different, doesn't it?
Wait,
No,
no.
it can be an audible book.
Yeah.
No, but you don't want their RSI email. You want their Audible email or whatever.
No.
He's got to send. He's going to send them a code.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to send them a code.
No, man. Okay. Oh, okay.
I do need to know if you want a USA
Whatever.
code or a United Kingdom code.
Yeah, this is a USA code right now. I don't know if we've got any UK people, because a lot of our UK people watch the show on YouTube afterward because of the hour. So we may have to
it
just
can be either one. Doesn't matter.
It could be either
Whatever
one.
they
Okay.
want.
By the way, you
Yeah.
guys don't have to re-enter. I'm sorry, you don't have to re-enter because I've already got your names in. So I'm going to pull again from the list of people that are here. So here we go with another one. 3, 2, 1. Socially confused. Socially confused. Are you out there? I saw you type.
Congratulations.
Socially confused. Are you there? Ah, there we go.
Yay.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Excellent. Younique, we got 1 or 2 more we can do. How many?
Up to you.
Okay, let's do 1 more. Let's make it an even 3. Okay. All right. We're going to do 1 more. I know you like that, right? The even 3. All right. Here
I'll
we
give
go.
the fourth one to Meg.
Clip that.
All right. All right. Don't forget Socially Confused. Send it to soulcitizens@gmail.com, your RSI email, and we'll send it to you, send you your code. All right. Last but not least, 3, 2, 1. Doc Frost. Doc Frost, are you out there? Doc Frost 42.
Congratulations.
Doc Frost, where are you? Doc Frost. Ah, there's Doc
There they
Frost.
are.
Big smiley face up there. Congratulations, Doc Frost. You are our 3rd winner, and we want to give a special thanks to Younique for contributing generously. And also, you guys check out his work. His work is really good. Some of us have had a chance to read it.
And it is pinned on Twitch. I'll drop it again for people on YouTube so they can pick it up. But
Yes,
I'll
feel
put
free
it
to
in.
support. Feel free to support him as well. It's a good read. Take a look at it. It's really good.
And I want to congratulate Younique because making a book is a big deal. I've been involved in projects of research when you make such research for that to be published, and Younique has gone out and above from his career to go ahead and create books. So I want to applaud Younique. Congratulations, brother. Good job. And I hope
Thank
you're
you, brother.
successful in all your books, buddy.
Yeah, well, as long as it's a good story, that's what I like. It might not sell too well, but it's a good story, and I've got a couple more coming.
It is. It is a good
exciting.
story. Good story.
No, we're not going to put that energy out. It's going to sell very well.
That's
Let's
right.
put that energy out.
Positive manifestation.
That's right. You know
Let's
what's
go.
serious? You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna be looking for him one day, and he's gonna be gone. We ain't gonna see him, no DMs or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what happened? Where did Younique
never
go?
gone.
His brother got all his money and left, Jack. He gonna be loaded up on a yacht somewhere.
If I'm gone, I'm just shifting gears, getting into something else. That's all it is. Well, now that I'm retired, I can actually write. I've always wanted to write, but never really been able to fit it in my schedules. But now
you got the time.
Babysit the grandkids.
He's got the time.
Write books.
That's
And then I watch yoyoMeg on her streams.
Yeah.
There you
go. Thank you, Robert. I see you. We'll make sure that Younique gets that email. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's talk about next week. As we kick off a new year, going into our 5th year, our 6th year, whatever year it's going to be. We're going to be doing a show called Sandbox versus Theme Park. And we're going to be talking about what distinguishes those, because CIG says they want to be able to create a game that has elements of both of these. And we're going to talk about, how do you feel about the game? Do you feel like the game is more sandboxy? Do you feel like it's more theme parked? What do you favor? Which side type of gameplay do you prefer? So hopefully you guys will join us next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time to have that conversation. I didn't have time to throw up Fast Cart Show on Thursday, but Soul Talk is Thursday. Also, don't forget about that at 9 p.m. Eastern time, where you guys can come and join in on a roundtable discussion, talking about the latest and greatest that's happening with Star Citizen, or the worst, whichever one you want to do. But that'll be also.
And we do want you to come in and join Fast Cart.
Yes.
And the community.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. These shows are shows that we try to create for community shows. On Sunday, you get to hear us, right? And we get to see what you guys say in chat. But that Thursday show, that's the platform we really, really, really want community voices to come in and share their thoughts. So don't hesitate. Don't be afraid. We don't bite if you can tolerate Fast Cart's jokes. So, yeah.
And let me give a PSA real quick. Next Sunday in the U.S. is time change. So be careful of people outside the U.S. It'll be an hour earlier, because it'll be 11 p.m. UTC instead of at midnight UTC. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna forget that, but okay.
It's all backwards, spring forward.
And I warned you a week ahead of time.
Yeah. Our time won't change, even though the clock changes. It's just for you folks in Europe in the UTC cut times. Those numbers are going to be the ones that change for us. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I want to say a special thank you to all of the Soul team. They are a wonderful group of people. They give of their own time, energy, knowledge to make this show and our other shows valuable to the community. So I want to say thank you to all of them, from Fast Cart and Sirius, who are producers, to every one of the people who are team members. We also have moderators who have been faithful to us over the years. I always want to still mention them, and that is Admiral Kusanagi and Ops Chief, who have quietly sat in the background. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not, but we've told them anytime they're here to assist us, they've always been helpful in being a part of our team as well. And then also just want to say thank you to New Soul for their contributions today to our show, for the animations that they sent in for us to check out the machinima. We appreciate them as well. Each year for our anniversary, they try to donate a little something to us. So thank you to them. And last but not least, to you guys, our viewers, our supporters, those of you, whether you're on YouTube people, we're going to send some love to you guys so you guys can participate in this. We try not to forget about you, but we're going to try to have that going for you this year. To those of you with our Patreon, those of you who give monthly to us, and those of you who just drop in anonymously and drop little gift things or send out gifts to those who are watching, we really, really appreciate you guys. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Fast Cart, who do we have? We have anybody that we could set up a raid for? Because
I was supposed to look. I didn't look.
You know the old phrase, you got one job. Remember that phrase? You got
you got one job.
One job. That's your phrase. One job.
Okay.
Because I've been talking.
Well, we talked about Quantum 2955 being in Vegas, and there's an opportunity to dialogue with somebody who might be out that way. Levangie fan. Let's raid Levangie fan.
On. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Set up Levangie fan. I think we got. Yep. There he is. All right. We are going to set up our raid. Who is that who just gave us a subscription before I leave? I want to recognize who that was.
Tactical mindset.
Tactical mindset.
Tactical mindset.
Mindset.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Tactical Mindset. Thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate that. All right, let's get ready to raid our good friend Levangie fan, who's out west. He's out there playing Monster Hunter Wilds right now instead of Star Citizen, but we'll go ahead and raid him. Thank you guys once again for being here. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, till next time, peace, love, and soul. We'll see you soon. Ciao.
Good.